All right, we got a different kind of show for you guys today. Not just me and Ron being idiots on the internet today. We're actually going to do some real journalism type stuff, maybe. I had a chance to do a one-on-one sit down with Logan Wilson to talk to him about recovering from the knee injury that cut his season short last year. Al Golden being back in Cincinnati after they had a great relationship Logan's first couple years in the league. And then he's here to talk about QCollar, which is something he wears on his neck to protect himself on the field. Guy's smart, got a big brain, got to protect that. So that is what we're going to talk about coming up next on Cincy Unfiltered. Now, Cincy Unfiltered is proudly brought to you by Garage Beer. You can find out where you can get Garage Beer by going to www.drinkgaragebeer.com, clicking on the beer finder, entering your zip code. You can find bars, restaurants, gas stations, golf courses that sell that delicious beer-flavored beer. And, of course, you can get it at Paycor Stadium this year. They are an official beer sponsor of the Cincinnati Bengals, so just go ahead and crack one open at the home opener on September 14th. So without any further ado, let's bring in the man himself, the man we're here to talk to, real-life cowboy, Wyoming cowboy, Logan Wilson. Logan, how you feeling, man?
Good, man. How are you, Drew?
Good, man. Just ready for the real games to start. How's the knee feeling, man?
Body's feeling good. Luckily, the knee surgery I needed was just basically like an oil change in my knee. I got it cleaned out, and it was honestly something I could have gotten done last offseason had I known what was really going on, but we weren't really sure, and so we kind of tried to play through it and eventually just got to the point where I couldn't really even sit in my stance comfortably, and that's just kind of the nature of what we had to deal with. So it was unfortunate, but it is what it is. Things happen the way they happen, and I went to Tampa this offseason to make sure I was rehabbing it and getting it back strong, and so body feels pretty good, honestly, at this point after going through training camp, and now we got like 3 days off this weekend before we kind of hit the ground running next week. So
yeah, did you take off to the beach? Looks like a beach background.
No, I'm still right here in the Nasty Natty.
Oh, okay. I couldn't see very
Here,
well.
I'll show you.
Well,
I'll show you. You want to see Paycor?
Okay. Oh, there you go. That's a heck of a view, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So we saw you at the softball game here in the Dayton area over the summer, and my wife and I went. I said, he's moving around pretty good. I think he's going to be all right. So how you feeling having Al back, man? Is having Al Golden back in the fold going to be something you think's good for you?
Yeah, I feel like, I kind of knew what to expect from him, what he wanted to be done, and how he wanted his defense to be run. From my perspective, just because I'd had him my first 2 years in the league, and it's really been a pretty seamless transition, other than just having to learn a whole new scheme, learn verbiage, just because that's just, when you have a new coordinator, you change the names of things and how you run certain things. And so, it's been good. I feel like we've gotten a lot better as training camp has gone along. My position coach, Coach Hodges, has also been really good. He was in New Orleans for the last few years. And so he's had, some good linebackers there too. So he knows what he's talking about. And he's done a good job of coaching, not just me, but all of our group, even our 2 young rookies that are coming in right now. They're doing a hell of a job for what's being asked of them. And so I'm looking forward to it. I think we got a really good room, and they're going to help us this year.
Football fans like me, we're perfectly logical, rational people on the internet at all times.
Yeah.
Very even-keeled. But there was concerns about the preseason defense, but you're out there in some pretty vanilla stuff, right? I think a lot of people expect Al to be very active with his linebackers, and that's probably not something they're going to put on tape much in August. So I'm really excited to see you guys actually kick things off and get the real defense out there on the field. Hopefully avoid the slow starts that we're all worried about. Offense looks ready to go. Young talent on the defense. Demetrius Knight, Barrett Carter, some young guys kind of reshaping the linebacker room a little bit. I'm excited. Not wait for everything to get rolling. But the reason that we're talking today, you actually wear a device on your neck called the QCollar. And I wanted to get a little bit more information about that. What does the QCollar actually do?
So it puts pressure on your jugular vein, which essentially lets blood pool up in between your brain and your skull. And so basically it makes like a cushion. So when you're hitting like all these little impacts that you're getting throughout the game, instead of your brain hitting your skull, essentially the blood is help cushioning that, making those impacts less severe. It doesn't prevent concussions, but it helps minimize those subconcussive impacts. which to me is just it's a game changer. The science behind it makes complete sense. They essentially to replicate what happens with a woodpecker, like because a woodpecker never gets like dazed or confused, and doing their job, their daily living. It sends blood up into their brain and just cushions the brain from, you know, hitting the skull. And so it's the science makes complete sense, for peace of mind, for me while I'm playing, and then physically I feel way better after games, just wearing it in general. And so it's a little punny, but it's a no brainer for me why as to why I wear it.
Okay, because I've seen highlights. I've seen you wear it. You've done some stuff on Instagram with him. I'm a big Twitter guy, but I think you're more of an Instagram guy, I've noticed over time. But it was interesting, and I wanted to learn a little bit more about exactly what it was. You actually donated these, to your high school football team back in Wyoming, right?
Yes, yeah, I did. I wanted to, once I was working with QCollar, that was one of the things I wanted to do, was just to be able to get it in the hands of more younger athletes, just because it's something that it can help, long-term health. And so I think that it was important for me to try to get back to my high school, get it in the hands of those kids, and just allow them to learn more about it, even for the parents' peace of mind more than anything. Like, I got on a Zoom meeting last year, just with it was with the Q collar committee, and then and some of the high school parents, and if they had any questions, like, I was on there to for them to ask and answer. And they were just really appreciative as the parents that I was donating something like this, because some of them worry about those things. And so just for peace of mind, it was very important that I was able to do something like that.
That's good because I don't wanna say there's a war on football, but a lot of parents are hesitant to let their kids play because of brain injuries and things like that that can linger long term. So getting in front of that early, that I think is awesome and protecting them. How did you find out about Q Collar?
I want to say I think I found out about it from Sam, well, my agent, and then like Sam Hubbard had brought it up at some point, because one of the doctors that's on the committee that helped essentially invent it was based in Cincinnati, I think at Children's Hospital. And so it's like a local device. That's where Luke Kuechly actually was one of like the first guys to wear it, and he went to St. X. And so that's where he came back here and knew someone that was associated with Q Collar, and that's when he started wearing it. And so um, to me, it's not going to hurt anything, so like why would I not wear it, type of thing. And so that's why kind of where I got to that point. And um, I want to be healthy when I'm done playing football, more importantly than just being healthy right now. And so I think that that's one of the bigger driving factors as to why I do every single thing that I do to try to maintain my body.
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys can see it on the screen here. If you do want any more information on QCollar, you can go to q30.com. That's where you can purchase them, learn a little bit more about them, and if it's right for you or the football player in your life. So very cool to learn, man. We appreciate you coming in. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you're locked in. We got week 1 in less than 2 weeks. I tried to watch the Wyoming game last night. I couldn't find it. Did they pull it out last night?
Yeah, they did. I had to purchase ESPN Plus for a month to be able to watch it. But they found a way to pull it out. Our defense looks good. They won 10-0. We scored a late time, but it was pretty much 3-0 for the entirety of the game. We found a way to get the win. So that's important. 1-0. It's better than 0-1.
That's cowpoke football, baby. We appreciate you taking the time to speak with us. Really excited to see you guys back on the field, this revamped defense, actually playing real football. As always, man, we appreciate your time. I appreciate how gracious you've always been to me and my family over the years, man. I'm looking forward to seeing you get back out there. Let's go after it, man. Let's go get that ring this year now.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Drew. Thank you, man.
Now, if you're looking to watch Logan Wilson and the Bengals take on anybody this year, TickPick is the official ticket provider of Cincy Unfiltered. All you got to do is scan the QR code on your screen, download the TickPick app, and if you're a new user, code Cincy15 gets you $15 off any Bengals game, home or away. So if you want to pack the jungle, go crazy. If you want to go take over somebody else's stadium, you can do that too. Hit the TickPick app, scan the QR code, Cincy15, new users, $15 off your first order. Great stuff from Logan Wilson. Great stuff on the way with the football season getting started. It was a pleasure to speak with him. And now we are going to get out of here. We will be live on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. starting week 1. And Thursdays, the game preview show will be live for our YouTube members only. So you can watch it live if you're a member. So if you want to do that, go ahead and set that up while you're watching this. If not, it'll be live for everybody else on Fridays at 10 a.m. previewing the Bengals' next matchup. Our last show before the season starts will be Tuesday at 7 p.m. next week. So we'll talk a little bit more football then switch to the new schedule. As always, thank you for watching. Click the button, like, subscribe, share this video, all the stuff that YouTube people are supposed to tell you that I never really remember to say. We will catch you on our next live stream every Tuesday.
Your boys are ready to go. You already know. Grab a garage beer, let's flow. No filter needed, beers getting deleted. It's the Cincy Unfiltered Show, let's go. Our boys are ready to go. Our boys are ready to go. You already know, grab a garage beer, let's flow. No filter needed, beers getting deleted. It's the Cincy Unfiltered Show, let's go.